Hi, Mr. Diego. Good morning, good evening, good night. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. And I'm going to talk about the reactions of exothermic and endothermic reaction. First, I'm going to talk about the exothermic reaction. That it means that the its processes is a reaction of that it releases energy into the environment in form of heat. It is that expels the energy of itself to the environment, and it is mostly being warm or hot, and because this process is heat, it gets so hot to the persons who are doing these processes. One things about the exothermic reaction is that it will be written into a chemical reaction, or will be written in a chemical format. This chemical format is it's kind of a strange thing, because the format of the processes is that is the process uh, is the large processes of doing that experiment or reaction. And another thing about this is that the chemical processes involves mostly the nuclear reactions, and it makes the processes may be explosive, and this is kind of danger, because an explosive reaction will be very dangerous for the human being. And another thing about this the is that these chemical reactions mostly act by the elements of of the periodic table, and water or nitrogen oxide, etc. Uh, this will be involved in the chemistry of 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 rusting. Rusting is the process of oxidation, and mostly occurs in an exothermic reaction. Why? I'm gonna give you some examples of the exothermic reaction, and it will be any combustion process, a neutralization process, the combination of the combination of no the rusting iron, etc. Now I'm gonna talk about the opposite process of the exothermic reaction, that is the endothermic reaction. The endothermic reaction is the opposite, because the endothermic reaction expulses the its no expulses no absorbs the environment's energy for doing its process. This process will be cold. That's the one thing of the opposite, and the absorption. Why it needs to be absorption the environment's energy? Because its process it's doing condensation, kind of like condensation process of things. One example of this is dissolving salt. Yeah, you don't the salt will don't have to be in a table, and it don't be to be dissolved by water. It will be dissolved by other ways, right? Another examples are the combination with water and ammonium nitrate, or hydroxide ammonium. Um, Another way is kind of an ice cube. An ice cube, when the water is freezing in I don't know, a cold place. Um, the differences with this process is that the exothermic reaction is heat, it repels energy from itself, and they have the process of rusting in mostly better ways. And the endothermic reaction is first cold, second absorbs the energy of the environment, and third don't have mostly the processes of rusting, because the coldest process will convert one material in a most better way, because it's gonna destruct the things that it's damaging it. And one thing is that we have to be reminding so well of this topic is that first, the exo of exothermic, the exo means repels or expels or take out. And the endo of endothermic process means absorbing in kind of mostly ways. And that's it. Thank you very much for your attention. If you want to ask me a thing that you don't understand me, Mr. Diego, I will answer you in the class because I already do the one script about this topic, right? Thank you for the attention. Good night. Good, uh, good things for better to you that you're the better teacher. Okay, bye bye.